Don't consider myself a big sports guy. Basketball, football, soccer, not really my thing. But lately, I've been fascinated with this concept of stepping outside my comfort zone and doing something new, learning, adapting. This led me to wonder, how hard would it be to kick a 30-yard field goal? The longest field goal ever made in the NFL is by Matt Prater of the Denver Broncos. It's 64 yards. Now, I know I could get nowhere near that, so I had to come up with a reasonable goal. The challenge? To kick a successful 30-yard field goal. So I'm thinking 30 yards, taking into account the 10-yard end zone would be at the 20-yard line. Now the rules behind this are simple, NFL style kicking, no tees and off the grass. In this day and age, information is readily accessible at our fingertips thanks to the interwebs. After doing my research, it seemed as though the three-step approach was the most widely used kicking method. 3 steps back and 2 shoulder-length steps to the outside. I decided that I would probably have the greatest success if I broke down the components of the kick into 3 parts. The first, foot to ball impact and placement. Second, single step to impact. And the third, the full 3 steps to impact. After about a week of practice, I felt confident that I could take a stab at kicking on a real football field with a regulation goalpost. After my first successful attempt, I thought to myself, I got this. I have to admit, I was actually kind of surprised how well I was kicking from the extra point line. So I decided to move it back to the 20-yard line.
Break.
What started out as a promising day quickly turned into a suck storm. Towards the end of the day, my leg was destroyed. My ego was crushed, and it didn't help that these little 12-year-old lacrosse turds kept laughing at me. Takeaway for today, I have no talent when it comes to kicking a football. It's a lot harder than it seems, and a lot of people that think it's easy, you got the wrong conception, because kicking a football is very difficult. I was frustrated and ready to quit, but my mama didn't raise no quitter, so I went back to the drawing board. The only way I was going to improve was to watch my technique and figure out where I was going wrong. While I'm sure that there are tons of factors as to why I suck so bad at kicking footballs, my amateur opinion was that there were 4 major issues going on with my kicking style. The first, the approach angle. After taking my 3 steps back and 2 steps to the side, I determined that I needed to approach the ball in a straight line. Number 2, my plant foot position. As I approached the kick, my plant foot needed to be around 12 inches away from the ball and aligned from the middle of my foot to the center of the ball. 3, ball contact and impact location. Now the sweet spot is this lower third area of the ball. Coming down at impact, my whole foot needs to be locked. Ankle lock, knee lock, and my toe needs to be positioned about 3 o'clock. Number 4, follow through. Similar to hitting a baseball or a golf ball, you need to have a strong follow-through motion at impact. This would help achieve height and distance. I began discussing what I was doing with my buddy Ovid, aka Panama Rain, aka Captain Jet Ski. He used to be a former soccer player, so he gave me a few tips and critiqued my form. And he also hooked me up with a sweet pair of soccer cleats, so now I was going to be 100% football ready. With my new information loaded and ready, it was back to practice mode. The next few weeks, I really focused on what I needed to do as far as my technique was concerned, and my form and actual kicking got a lot better. As you can see by the super slow-mo, my approach is pretty good. My leg plant is perfect position, and my kicking leg is whipped back, cocked, ready to go, generating a lot of torque, and at impact, everything is locked in place. The only thing left to do now was to go back to the football field and try again for that 30-yard field goal. This time around, I was going to work my way back to that 30-yard distance. I would start at the extra point line and slowly work my way back in 5-yard increments. Thanks for watching my video. Click the like button below. Please subscribe to my channel and follow me on all the Instabooks, tweets, things.